Am I going to make the world's most unappetizing cake? Quite possibly. Epic, epic fail. We need to smash this! Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Carrie Tested It. Today I'm opening the Miniverse Make It Mini Valentines. I'm going to find out how hard they are to make, how messy they are, and are they made for kids or is this total adult chaos? Let's jump into this. On the wrapper, it looks oh so fancy. Can I make one just like that? I don't know. Let's get into this. A moment for the wrapper. We have this lovely pink capsule, and let's just go ahead and get cracking and see what's inside. Right off the bat, I see we have this heart-shaped table. All right, that's very cool. Let me just pop this together. And let's have a quick peek at the checklist. All right, I'm already intimidated by all the directions. Whoa, looks like there's some candies, cake pops. This looks kind of complicated, but no, really, I can handle this. Okay, let's get into these bags, shall we? It looks like we have brownie hearts. Well, those are super adorable. And I think those go on the bottom of the cake. Up next, we have chocolate curls. So many cute little curly curls. And little tongs, of course. And in here are the cherries that go on top. We have some whipped cream and a spoon. And inside this mystery bag is our cake holder, shaped like a heart. How sweet. Up next, one more blind bag to go. And we have our cream, which is our resin. It says it's cherry custard and it comes with a spatula. What is this? Oh, I think that goes on the capsule. Anyway, warning, do not eat. This is not food, and keep away from kids and animals. Those are some stern warnings. Clearly, I don't even know if this is for kids 8 and above, maybe more like 12, with supervision. Anywho, I need to look at the directions for this cake. Okay, so I put the cream in, put the brownies in. All right, let's get going with this cherry custard. I keep calling it cream. It's custard. Get it straight, girl. Can't open the lid, but then I realize I just simply need to turn it. So that's the key to getting into this. It has its little toppy top on here. Just peel that off. Up next, I need to get this custard into the cake pan. Here we go. Just dab it in there. It's pretty thick and I got a little on my thumb, but I think I can get it filled up if I can get it all out of this tube. Here we go. Another scoop in here, rubbing it on the sides, and I think I just realized something. I was not supposed to put all the custard in there. Oh no. Okay, well, the brownies are now going in. I should have just put a small, little teeny tiny bit at the bottom and then filled in with the brownies. But I'm going to go for it with the brownies and try to press them against the side. Just ever so gently. I'm going to put them kind of sideways like that because I think that's kind of cute to have them angled a little bit. Getting so fancy here. And it's a little hard to see them. But hey, look at that. That's not too bad. That looks pretty good. So one by one, they go in, and I have way too much custard, but that's okay. I'm just pressing, and then voila, you can see them there. Not too bad, not too bad. The next layer is the cherries, so I'm going to just go ahead and pour them right on top like that. And they don't want to come out. Okay, well, let's try this again. A few more in there. I'm going to keep adding them a little bit more. I'm going to press them down a little bit, see if that helps. It's not working so well. Anyway, let's go ahead and add our chocolate curls. There is no custard left for me to help put these all together, and it's kind of turning into a disaster. Look at this. Look at this. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. I'm going to add just the tiniest little bit that I can scrape out of this jar, and it's just sticking to the spatula. Oh no. This is an epic fail. Epic fail. All right, well, I'm trying. No, my curls are just sticking to my spatula. The curls are just sticking. How am I going to get my whipped cream to stick? Well, we're going to give it a shot anyway. I'm going to get these little dollops of whipped cream out and pretty much just place them right on top. A couple will land in the resin, so they'll stick fairly good. But the rest, well, I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. I actually like the way this turned out. It's pretty cute. And this heart's supposed to go on the capsule, but you know what? I'm just going to put it right in the cake like that. I mean, that looks kind of cute, right? I know it's not supposed to go there. I'm just being fancy. Okay, so this needs to go sit in the sun for a little while to get the resin to harden up. So in the meantime, we are going to open up this other capsule and see what we find inside. Just pop this right open. We have another heart table. Do they all come with heart tables, or did I just get a duplicate? No, it's not a duplicate. We have the little molds for the candy that I think goes into that heart that we're going to smash. Look, it's XOXO. And in our Sunny Day Candy Company box, we have lots of tissue paper, and it's our little heart that the candies go in. We can open it up and we will be filling it up, and then we will be smashing it. But look at these cute little tissue papers in there. Such a nice little touch. Okay, it looks like we have 3 different kinds of sprinkles: chocolate, red, and a mix of pink and white. And let's go ahead and see what we find in this blind bag. We have a hammer. It's hammer time. We're going to smash this, but not yet, because we also need to get these tongs out and see what's in this other blind bag. Inside we have our resin, and it's a cute little white chocolate bottle. We can put the nozzle on. We have a spoon to scoop out our sprinkles, and we're going to use the end of it to mix them into the little candy molds. Here's where the heart is supposed to go when you're not putting it in a cake, by the way. It goes right on top of the capsule. Anyway, we have our checklist, our warning, very stern warning. And here are the candies we are making. So it says to start with the red. So we'll do that. And then we're going to add the chocolate ones, and then we'll make just white chocolate ones. Okay. We use the end of the spoon to mix it in there. And then we let it set up in the sun for a little bit, 1 to 8 minutes. Okay. And then we put it in the heart and smash it. Got it. Got the instructions. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Okay, I have some sprinkles. It's more like a powder, like a tinted kind of paint powder. And it is very, very hard, as you can see, to get it in the teeny tiny little molds. Oh, this is so hard. Okay, I'm just making a giant mess. It's going everywhere but in the molds where it's supposed to go. Oh no. Okay. See if I can dump a little bit out and then kind of scrape it. This was a bad idea. It's so hard to get it out with the spoon. So I'm just trying this method of scraping it out of the can and then scraping it into the molds and making a giant mess in the process. This was not a good idea. This was not a good idea. Just look at how messy it is. I'm a messy Bessie. But anyway, we're going in with the white chocolate resin now. See if we can make these cute little candies, and very carefully squeeze it in there. Oh, it's kind of hard to get in there. I need to use the spoon to fill in the little air bubble gaps. Okay, and trying to get the exact right amount in here and not have any air bubbles is pretty tricky. But I'm going to add a little bit more until I can get all of these filled in pretty good. Just going to add a bunch. It looks very sloppy now, but there's a method to my madness. It might not be a good method, but it's a method nonetheless. I was just trying to get some of the resin in there, let it settle for a minute, and then mix it all around with that pink powder and add a little bit as needed. Okay, I pretty much have it. It needs to go cure in the light, and I'll be right back. Here it is. It's a mess. But will they come out? I don't know. Here we go. Okay, they don't want to come out. They're hard-ish. They're pretty sticky. I did let them cure both sides in UV light. And there we go. The first one is out. Oh, so the O and the X is connected. It's like script. And that looks pretty good. It looks tie-dyed. I like it. I'll call that a win. First one is going in the box. And let's see if we have any other ones that look good. I will tell you that I think they are a little wetter than I liked. I don't think they cured all the way. Oh no. This one looks a little better, but I feel like that paint powder made it harder for them to cure. I don't know. Does that even make sense? I'm getting the ones in here that look halfway decent, and I'm going to call that done. So let's go in now with the chocolate. It's going to be mixing with the red because how in the world am I going to get this clean? I actually tried to rinse it underwater and wipe it with some soap, and I could not get it very clean. So the chocolate's darker, so the pink may not show up. And I'm just going to try to be a little bit more careful this time and put these with this spoon into the mold instead of just dumping it all in there like I did the first time. It looks like I may not have enough when I do this. Maybe you're not supposed to fill it up all the way. I don't know. The instructions aren't super detailed, so you kind of have to wing it. Here's white chocolate, my old friend. And you get it. I'm just going to repeat the process, fill these guys up again, use my little spoon to try to get everything even, cure it, and we're back. Let's see how these turned out. Not too bad. It's a little sticky, but it's better than the first round. These are a little bit harder. They definitely have the pink still on them. So we now have pink, brown, and white chocolates. I mean, it's a variety pack. And I'm going to close the lid and see if we can actually hammer right through this. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. Oh, there we go. I had to kind of use my thumb to smash it really hard. And that looks cool. I don't totally get this one, guys. I'm going to be honest. There must be a candy out there where you do this. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to just trust that that's what they're going for. Anyway, let's move on to capsule number 3 on my very, very dirty table. Please don't let it be a duplicate. Pop this open and we have a heart table. Okay. I know not to worry because it doesn't necessarily mean a duplicate. We did, in fact, get a duplicate. Oh, I really did not enjoy making those chocolate candies. But I have an idea for this one. I am going to go straight in with just the white chocolate. And I am going to let it sit in that UV light for as long as it can possibly sit and see how it turns out. All right, here I am going through the process again. And are you ready to see how these turned out? Are you ready? They turned out kind of hard to get out, but amazing. Look, they are completely well formed. I just realized that some of the XOs are not script and the O's are separate from the X's. And it looks very cute when they come out. I can pop them into our little heart box. And for this one, I'm not going to smash it. I think it's too cute the way it is. I'm just going to leave it just like this. All right, guys, here's the deal. How do I rank this toy on the spendometer? Well, it's about $10 to $12 per capsule. They're fun-ish, very messy, definitely not for kids. So on the spendometer, I give it an 8 because there's so much to do. I mean, it really is a fun little activity if you're good at it. If you understand the instructions, maybe if you have a UV light that can help everything cure a little bit faster. So it was messy, but it can be fun, and you do get a lot for your money. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of these, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.